Hey guys, Wolfgang here with Poliwhirl and Azurill, and today we're going to be taking a look at 10 of the weakest Pokemon cards I've ever seen. Now these cards, I chose them by their attacks, their abilities, how much HP they had. They're all basic cards, and while most of them may evolve into bigger and stronger things, in and of themselves, they're pretty useless. So, starting off our list here is Surskit. With 1 energy, it can do 10 damage and has 50 HP. Number 2, Bronzong. 50 damage, or it has 50 HP, can do 10 damage with 1 steel energy. Flabébé. 40 health. Its Razor Leaf can do 10 damage. Scatterbug, 40 health, and its attack can do 10 damage. Next up here on the list is Wheedle. Wheedle has 50 health and can do Manipulate. Search your deck for Wheedle and put it into your bench. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So he can't attack. The only thing he can do is get other Wheedles onto the bench. And he only has 50 health, so not necessarily the greatest Pokemon in the world. He may evolve into something good, but in and of himself, he's not very powerful. Next up is Patrat. Safety check. Look at one of your face-down prize cards. So he does pretty much nothing whatsoever. He has 60 health, which is pretty good, but he can't attack, he can't search your deck for anything, he can't shuffle your deck. You can take a look at your prize card, but what good does that do you if you can't attack and knock out your opponents and draw a prize card? Pretty useless Pokemon. Bunnelby. Bunnelby has 2 different moves, and they're not bad moves. You know, Burrow, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Rototiller, shuffle a card from your discard pile into your deck. Pretty useful abilities, but not necessarily the greatest Pokemon in the world. At least he does, he only has one other form that he evolves into, and he does have 60 HP, so he is pretty strong. Slakoth. It takes 2 energies for Slakoth to be able to use Big Yawn. Both active Pokemon are now asleep. So the best he can do is put himself and his opponent to sleep. And he has 60 HP, which isn't too bad, but he's got a retreat cost of 3. Feebas. This guy is awesome. He has 30 HP and uses his attack Float On, which does 10 damage and costs 1 water energy. Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. So, this thing has 30 HP, he's incredibly weak to begin with, and the only thing he can do 10 damage to the opponent, but only if you get a heads on your coin flip. Otherwise he's going to do 10 damage to himself and knock himself out. If you keep him on your bench and power him up, he might become useful, and you can evolve him there, but if he had to actually go up and fight, if he was your only starter Pokemon you had to use, you're pretty much screwed with this guy. And the final Pokemon is Unknown. Now, Unknown takes the number 1 spot on here because it doesn't evolve into anything. What you see is what you get. He can bring other Unknowns out and put them onto your bench, remove all special conditions from your active Pokemon. That's great. If he's on your bench, you could use him for that. He could build a bunch of Unknowns, but if you had 5 of them with you, what good would they do? They have 50 HP, they don't evolve into anything, they have no real special ability, and they can only do 10 damage. So, pretty useless card if you ask me. So that's my list of the top 10 most useless or weakest Pokemon cards. Like I said, it doesn't mean they can't evolve into something stronger and better, but for the most part, they're not all that great in and of themselves. Thanks for watching. I'm Wolfgang, and as always, have a great day.